Hey guys, hope you're having a good day. I'm sitting here working, listing my death pile. It is February, I think it's like February 13th, and I am just digging at the bottom of the barrel looking for stuff to list on eBay. It's been a pretty tough January and February. My sales are down just a little bit. Looking at my sales, it looks like that I am doing about $8,300 in the past 31 days. So that means that I am about what, $1,600 off of what I normally do. We're typically at around $10,000 a month. So it's nothing drastic, but I've been seeing a lot of videos out there about people talking about their sales being down, but I really don't know if it's sales traffic being lower or if it's just me not having a whole lot of stuff to list. That's the big problem. I don't have a lot of good stuff. The auctions have been terrible. They've been selling a lot of old antique-y stuff. The last auction they had big like hay rakes, and they're what you pull behind tractors. They had other small stuff there, but most of it was glass, and I just absolutely hate shipping glass. My wife does all of our shipping, and it absolutely just infuriates her when I sell glassware, so I try to stay pretty far away from that stuff. But right now I'm actually working on some train stuff. I have a bunch of these Lewis Marks train pieces in the boxes. This one's actually upside down because the bottom's ripped out of it, but they're super cool, and I've listed 5 or 6 items, and I thought I'd make a video discussing what I see maybe as being the problem in the resale world right now, why things are kind of slow. I think things are kind of slow because a lot of people are like me. It's really tough to source in the wintertime, and we are just half a month away from March. Yay! And that'll be awesome because then we're just really close to spring, and then all the yard sales will kick back up, and you'll be able to go out, and I'll be able to go out and go to yard sales and auctions, and we'll be able to find a lot of really neat stuff and be able to start making really good money again, I hope. And just 2 things you got to remember when you are buying stuff is that, everyone carries around a phone with them. So just go out and just take your phone and just start looking stuff up. This is a good time if you have some downtime, maybe to expand what kind of items that you look for, what kind of items that you buy. Go out to the thrift store and go to an aisle that you might not like, go to a whole lot, and start looking up maybe different brands of clothing. That's something that I personally have stepped out into. It's not something I really enjoy doing, but it's helped bring in probably over $1,000 this month into my eBay business, and it's something that I typically wouldn't have sold before because just not a big clothing seller. And to be honest, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm just a little bit of a lazy reseller. I like the easy money. I like finding the items that are easy to score and flip and sell. I just sold it, probably be in a future video, but I just sold this letter. I had a bunch of letters that laid on my desk. I bet you I've had them for 2 years, and I started going through them, and most of them were just junk. They were from the 1930s, 1940s, and they didn't really say anything important, so those went to the trash. In that lump of letters, I found something from a lady who played a witch. Her name was Billy something or other, I can't remember, but she was in the witch from HR Pufnstuf, and it was a personal letter, double-sided, with an envelope with her address on it, and a little like a little piece of paper with the witch on there, and it was kind of cool. I took it, I put it all in these little, I keep these little plastic things like this because I always like presentation for ephemera. I'll put a piece of ephemera in there. It's easy to store that way. So I took pictures of it, and I have different sizes of these. A bigger one for the letter, and it looked really good. You know what? I was like, her signature sells for like $100. So I was like, I'm just going to put $400 on it. And I'm sitting here, and guess what? It sold. It's gone, and I'm just happy with that. So it's not something that I typically would have sold. I bought that stuff on a whim, but it was a $400 profit. It was something that I typically don't fool around with too much, and I had no idea it was there, or I would have listed it a long time ago. But so I just want to challenge you guys to go out to the thrift store this week and maybe try something a little bit different. Look in an area of the store that you might not typically have looked before, because I'm telling you, I don't really think, I mean, yes, the economy is down. Yes, things are looking kind of bleak. It is an election year. People are worried about who's going to get elected. One side is worried about Trump, and the other side is worried about Joe Biden. And they're wanting to send $96 billion to a foreign country. And all of that, you know, whether you care about that or not as a reseller, whether you like politics or not, even religion, all of that plays into the reselling game. You have to understand people to be a good reseller. And once you can understand what people are thinking and what pushes people, you know, fear motivates people, and anxiety, you know, if you don't feel like sitting there, you know, buying stuff, you know, and you're worried about how you're going to pay your bills and how you're going to pay your electric bill and rent and your car payments, you know, behind, and, you know, people are going to quit buying. And if you just pay attention to the economy in 2024, there are a lot of people that are losing their jobs. A lot of companies are shutting their doors, and we are in a recession, and like it or not, we're $34 trillion in debt. That is a whole lot of money that the United States owes to other people. And like it or not, I mean, it's going to come back. It's going to come back and bite us eventually. So what I always tell people is, you know, it's going to rain. It's in the forecast. So just be always preparing for what could happen, and be ready. And if nothing happens, then guess what? You're prepared. You got a little extra here, a little extra there. I've been putting money back personally. To be honest with you guys, I have over $100,000 in cash. And some of that is profit from eBay, and the other part is from a loan that I got from back in COVID. And right now, with interest rates being, you know, as high as they are, I can actually put that money in a interest-bearing account, and I actually make money on borrowing that money from back in COVID. So it's not costing me anything. But if I need the money, if something bad would happen, or if a huge buy would come up, like somebody says, hey, I got a ton of train stuff, and I'm going to sell it to you, and I want to sell it to you for cheap. You got to have money to be able to make those buys, to be able to get out there and get that stuff. I know the video is a little bit of a ramble, and it's just me talking to you guys. I just don't think I make enough videos anymore, and I'm going to start making more videos like this. For the people who watch, I appreciate you very much. And for those who don't watch, well, I mean, you probably never watched before anyway. So, you know, I'm wanting to be a voice of reason in the community. I don't care if I make money. I make plenty of money on eBay. YouTube money would be nice, but I don't need it. So I can tell you guys the truth, and I hope you guys listen. Just get out there, start trying to find other avenues. Things are going to get hard. I think they're going to get a lot harder before they get better. When people start losing their jobs, the lowest hanging fruit is reselling. Anybody can go to the stores, thrift stores, or yard sales or auctions. They can show up there and they can buy stuff, and they can be your competition. I have a lady that lives local, has 3,400 items listed. I was always the biggest eBayer in the area. Now I sell more stuff than she does, but that's 3,400 items that some of them are pretty good. Stuff that I would have bought if she wouldn't have been in the game. Things are always going to change. So just remember, you've got to learn to adapt. And I hope you guys have a good day, and God bless.